All right, we'll try this. How's everybody doing? Let me do here. Do that. There we go. Take me a minute. I'm just trying to get everything set up. Here we go. Let's see. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right. All right. Just wanted to go live real quick, and we're probably we're probably going to hit 10,000 subscribers tonight. We're at 9,999, and I just wanted to say thank you very much, and do a quick video or quick live stream, and there's Teresa. No, she's right there. She's hiding. But I don't have the best internet service at home here, so we're gonna try this. I got the phone hooked up, and I'm kind of watching it on my computer. But if it doesn't work on the computer, my phone service on my phone is a little better than the my Wi-Fi. I live out in the boonies, so my Wi-Fi is a little rough here. So what I will probably have to do, and that seems to be going better, is so what I'm doing is I got one phone doing the live feed, and I'm reading the chat on the other phone here. My computer's just going way too slow. It's not keeping up. So this is the way we'll do it. Once again, I wanted to say thank you on the 10,000 subscribers here. And we'll go through and just chit chat for a little while. It is 9:30 here in Arizona. So we'll go about 30 minutes or so to about 10 o'clock. Today, we went Christmas shopping today. Teresa bought some Christmas presents for herself. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday, we went and loaded in Phoenix, picked up 45,000 pounds of dirt. And it's special clay dirt that they use on. I'm going to turn this off. It's special clay dirt they use on baseball fields. And we're delivering over near Binghamton, uh, New York, at a university over there. So let's see. Uh, can everybody hear me okay? Is audio good? I didn't ask that. Picture looks pretty good. Let's see here. Let me, Binghamton. Yeah, that's it. Audio's good. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, like, once again, I'm reading the comments off of my other phone here as we're going along because my internet service is pretty bad. So, we'll do it like this. Um, say what? Huh? Can you hear me now? Uh, thank you very much. I love your videos. Thank you. Best trucker on YouTube. I try, when I first started doing my YouTube channel, um, I never really wanted to do how to videos. I more so just wanted to be just an average guy, um, truck driver. And I wanted my videos to be more along the lines for somebody that didn't know anything about the trucking industry to stumble across my videos and go, hey, that's pretty cool. I like that guy. So that was kind of my inspiration when I kind of started making my videos. I like putting music in my videos and stuff like that. So that's kind of why when I started my videos, that's where, and it kind of morphed into a little bit of how to, showing you the loads and what I do to secure the loads, stuff like that. So let's see. Let's see. Beautiful home. Yeah, I'm inside. I'm in my kitchen right now. The dogs are outside. Teresa's in the living room. She's watching cartoons. Let's see. Let's see. Um, I miss your 379. Yeah, I miss the old girl too, but it was time to move on. I still got her. She's out there. As a matter of fact, I started a couple days ago, and it's doing good. So no problems there. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas from Ohio. You too. I hope everybody has a good Christmas. I'm going to be out on the road Christmas. I'm leaving on Friday the 22nd. I have to deliver my dirt on the 27th. Me and Teresa have already talked about staying out over Christmas because I stayed home for 2 weeks for our anniversary right around Thanksgiving time. And when I did that, we already decided that we would stay home, or I would stay home um, or stay out on the road over Christmas. Let's see. Got to go to work here, but love the videos. Look forward to them every morning. Well, thank you very much, Nolan. I see a lot of your comments, and I appreciate them. Thank you. Let's see. Team trip. No, Teresa stays home. We got animals. Where's your dirt going? It's going to Biggington. I always say it wrong. It's off of 81 there. Hang on one second. Let me turn the light on. There. Is that a little better for the... Is that too bright? Is that better? All right. I don't know. Okay. It's going to be really cold in New York. Yeah, you're right. I've got my winter jackets set up. Um, so I've already got the truck loaded up. Uh, do I prefer night or daytime driving? That's a good question. Um, I prefer daytime, and now and that kind of leads back or leads talk to about the ELD, electronic logging device. You'll hear me talk about all the time about the 14 hours. So if I start my day at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm done at 8 o'clock at night. I can't do anything else. So and then if I go to bed at 8, I can't do anything again until 6 o'clock in the morning. So um, so I get myself on a cycle where I work mostly during normal day hours. If I start to move over into driving at night, what happens is, let's say I start driving at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I drive my 10, 11 hours. That means I would be done at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I have to take a 10-hour break at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So that would, we'll say 2 o'clock. That means at noon the next day I can't do anything. So it kind of kills the day. You get off rhythm and off sync. So I prefer working during the day is what I like doing. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go back up here. That's I like to watch videos. Thank you. Enjoy your videos. Let me know when you decide I would sell the truck. I don't know. Every now and then I think about selling it. Dan, is the ELD recording driving speed? Far as I know, it doesn't record actual speed. What it calculates is your distance. Um, so it knows how many miles you're driven by the time. So I believe that's how it works. Can you explain the difference to how an APU versus a generator like you have? An APU means an auxiliary power unit. And I'll refer to mine as a generator more than an APU. Now, an APU, like I said, is just an auxiliary power unit, and a generator generates electricity. Some APUs have a generator head on them. And so that's kind of, a generator. To me, they're the same thing. People just refer to it more as an APU, meaning auxiliary power unit. Uh, Most APUs make electricity. The one that the TriPack does not have a generator head, so it does not make electricity. What it has is a big inverter. But I like having the generator head, so that'll help there. Let's see here. Um, a great Christmas. Come to Hawaii for one vacation. Give Teresa and yourself a great Christmas present. Come to Hawaii for one vacation. Um, we went to Hawaii in 2002. I think that's it. Yeah, I think it was in 2002. We took a vacation to Hawaii, and we had a really good time. It was really nice. Let's see. Yes, flatbed does lead itself to daytime. Reefer seems to be mostly at night, and I would have to say that reefer is because of the grocery warehouses. The way I understand, most of the grocery warehouses receive late at night, which kind of screws everything up. You need to get some train horns for the 386. I thought about it. I thought about it. Um, let's see. What's the best advice for somebody trying to get in the industry? Uh, is find I did a little video about this just a little bit ago. Find a school or a company that will give you the most training, uh, and and get your feet wet. There was a lot of comments. Go back. It was just a video a couple video ago. Go back and read a lot of the comments. A lot of people put some really good suggestions and ideas in there for guys that are looking to get into the industry of kind of how to get started. So I appreciate all the comments because there's a lot of ways to do it. There's no really right way to do it. Um, it's kind of finding what would work for you. Um, let's see. We stopped at. Let's see. My wife was just asking me if I knew what you were doing, and I said I think you were at home but leaving. I was right. We stopped at Loves Benson every trip. You're doing a great job on your profession. Thank you very much. How's the pack car motor working for you? Pack car motor is doing good. I'll be honest. The pack car motor does not have as much power as the old cat, but it's a smaller motor. The pack car's a 13-liter motor, and the old cat was a 15-liter motor. Um, but the fuel mileage is a steady one, about a 1.25 to 1.5 miles a gallon better than the old cat. And I drive just like I used to drive the old cat. So I don't, I'm not babying the pack car. I still run 67, 70 miles an hour when legal. I run most of the day right around there. Um, I found that pack car is, there's a lot of talk. That my pack car with the gear ratio likes to run right around 1400 RPM. Seems to do the best. It stays in a good power band for me. I know some people say lug it down a little bit more, but I've found 1400 RPM seems to keep everything going. See, rest in peace, cat. That cat's still doing good. It's all right. See, could you do a flatbed equipment inventory video? I wonder if there was somebody had left a comment on one of the other videos. Go if you can go back to uh, man, it's like number 20. It's way back, way back. I did a video of all my equipment, and I probably should do an updated one because the recording equipment I used was not the best. So maybe when the weather's right and it's nice outside, I'll grab all my equipment, pull it out, show you everything again. Let's see. I'm reading through here. I'm reading all the comments. I'm trying to read as many as I can. Have you thought about getting straight pipes? Um, the straight pipes, the on the old Peterbilt, I never had straight pipes because they're loud. This truck here, with the DEF and the way the exhaust is, the muffler is part of the exhaust system down there. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But the pipes coming out the side of the cab, the mufflers aren't on the side like the other truck. The other truck, you remember, it had the mufflers with the pipes coming out the top. This one, it doesn't. And and the chrome on those pipes that are on this truck right now, the new truck, have kind of faded a little bit. So that is one of my things that I would like to update in the near future. I'll put a little bit more shiny on there. Let's see. Uh, Thank you, Kim. Love you. You're the best. I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, what inspired you to start a YouTube vlog, and how are you enjoying it? That's a good question. Um, what inspired me was I started watching some other people doing YouTube. Ali Knight was one. I watched Casey Neistat, and he has nothing to do with trucking. He's huge. He's got millions of followers, uh, and both of those had music and videos, and I wanted my videos to be more. I did not want my videos just to be sitting in the cab talking to the camera. I wanted them to be more action, more outside. This is what I'm doing, kind of videos. Um, and plus, at that time, so it's been about a year and 3 or 4 months since I started the videos, um, and I'm umming and a lot. I'm sorry. Um, the I was kind of in a rut, and I was looking for something to do, and I was looking for basically a hobby, and I started the YouTube videos, and it is a lot of work to do them, but I do enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun. I the the I enjoy reading all the comments, and I'm a lucky. I get 99% of my comments are positive and interesting questions, so I really do like that. I get a lot of people from different countries that will ask me questions, which I think is great. France, a lot of European countries, Australia. I think I had New Zealand, Canada, Mexico. I think I had somebody from Japan one time too. So the I do enjoy the interaction with everybody else. Um, does your APU have AC or a bunk heater? My APU, my generator, I have a roof mount air conditioner. Now it's not mounted on this truck yet because it's still in the old truck and I have to do it, but I'm going to do it this summer. I have like a roof mounted air conditioner just like you have in an RV. So that's my air conditioning. And then I just use a regular little 110 space heater is what I use in the truck. I use one of those little infrared ones. They're a little safer than the hot heating elements. I'm from Australia. Yeah, see, that's what I like reading. I like when everybody from different countries gets to see what I'm doing. Cause I like watching a lot of the trucking companies from the other countries. Um, let's see. Have you considered keeping the cat and putting in a newer chassis? I don't know. That's a lot of work and very expensive. Um, have you thought about putting another driver in the old truck? Somewhat. I don't know. It the problem that I had, or no, I shouldn't say the problem. What I was worried about with the old truck was being out on the road and and having a major breakdown. And by a major breakdown, I mean the motor let go, and then I have to get it fixed wherever I'm at. And I did not want to be in that position. And then I did not want to dump $30,000 to rebuild the motor and still have a truck that's 14, 15 years old. So, hello from Baltimore. I used to live in Baltimore. I went to Old Mill High School. Let's see here. Let's see. You really make me want to get back into trucking. I appreciate that. See. Oh, I saw you. I saw you last week on I-10 West in Orange. Yeah, you did. That was me. You had that. You had that boiler thing on your trailer. That's right. Yeah, yeah, that was me. I was coming across that. Man, that traffic on I-10 across Louisiana, Beaumont, Houston, all the way over to San Antonio is crazy. It's been a long time since I've been across that little section over there, and man, that traffic was crazy. Let's see. Here's a question, Bobby. Can you book your own loads, or does everything go through your coordinator at Mercer? My coordinator, you can book your own loads at Mercer. You can go on the board and book your own loads if you want to. I use a coordinator. I don't have time to sit and watch loads, so I just tell my coordinator this is what I want, this is what I want to do, and she finds it, and it we have a really good interaction between the two of us. She knows what I want to do, and so she finds my loads, she books them, and then I do them, and it works out really good. She does, as I say, she makes my job easy. That's my coordinator, and I really enjoy that. See, they say that older trucks are better. Yes and no. You really, let's see, you really are good at YouTube. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Bingington. I think that's where I'm going, Lance. I think that's the name of the town. So there is a university or college near there that I'm delivering to. I can't think of the name of it. But Lance, I think that's where I'm going. I have to look at my paperwork. I'll know by the time I get there. Let's see. You know, it's you talk about swapping sleepers. Um, I've I have thought about that. They would fit. The other sleeper's a little bit bigger, so I'd have to move some mounting around, but it would fit. Uh, and that was one of the uh, stressful things about moving into the other truck was getting the sleeper set up the way I wanted. Little things like the microwave, and I still got to do that. I haven't done anything to the truck since I've been home. I have here this. Let me show you. I I ordered. Hang on a second. I ordered the. I ordered the starter. This is the starter for the generator, right here. So I ordered the starter for the generator off of Amazon. I still got to put that on. So I got that to do. Put that over here. And then I got this right here. I got the alternator, because remember I told you the alternator went out? So I got the alternator that I still got to put on the truck. And the only thing with this alternator, and I ordered this from Amazon, the starter I think was $80, and this thing's like $60, which is pretty awesome on Amazon. And Amazon has everything. So the only thing I have to do with the alternator is I have to take, this is the wrong size pulley. So I have to take the pulley off and put a different pulley on there. Let me put that up. Let's see. Hello from New Zealand. Linda, thank you. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm going through. I'm trying to catch up here. Um, uh, Joe, I'm Joe. Been watching since day one. Well, I appreciate that. Let's see. Did the boss give you a good review on the ride along? Yeah, she does all right. We went to Phoenix to deliver the boiler, and there was a little bit of a mix-up. We got to Phoenix. They didn't have a big enough crane to get the boiler off. That thing weighed about 29,000 pounds, so they had to find a bigger crane to pick it off. And so we sat there for a couple hours getting it off. And Teresa wasn't too happy sitting in the truck there. Let's see. More chicken lights. You know, chicken lights are nice, but chicken lights are maintenance. Because if one goes out, you got to take care of it. And if you have a chicken light out and you go get the DOT inspection, they're going to give you a ticket for a light out. So I'm not a big chicken light guy. Let's see. Where did you get the muffler for the generator? How quiet is it? I got the muffler for the generator off of Amazon. And it's pretty quiet. I mean, it's okay. I buy a lot of stuff off of Amazon, which is kind of good and bad. I'm kind of addicted to Amazon. Is there an insurance company you'd recommend for new owner operators? Um, it, this is a pretty good question. Is there an insurance company you'd recommend for new owner operators? I don't know. The insurance, all the insurance I've ever gotten has been through the company that I was leased to. The insurance that we have through Mercer, through our company, is really, really good. I've had to use it once. I hit a deer about 5 years ago, and there was no issue with them. They cut me a check within 30 days after I hit that deer, and I had to get some work done on the truck. Let's see. So the best thing I would say is, talk to the company if you're going to lease to a company. If you're going on your own and absolute own authority and everything, I would say just shop around. Let's see. How does the new Pete ride compare to the old one? Does it have airbags in the front? And do the 22-inch tires make a difference? Yes, Mark, it does have airbags in the front, and it hasn't been too bad. The 22-inch tires, I have 20. The tire size are 11R. I just subscribed. Thank you. Let's see. I'm going through some comments here. Hang on one second. Where's Bella? The dogs are outside. You want to see the dogs? Hang on one second. Come on. Come on. Where's Callie? Come on, Callie. Come on, Cal. Hurry up. All right. We got Bella. Come here, Bella. We got Bella. I hate to move the camera. We got Bella's in the house. No, get out of there. They get into so much stuff in the house. That's why they were outside. I don't know where Callie's at. She's outside somewhere. Come here, Bella. Come here. Come here. Come here. There she is. There she is. Let's see if Callie's there. Let's see if she comes. Come on, Cal. Come on. All right. Come here, Cal. All right, we got Callie. We got Callie. All right. Here, you guys want to. Here, you guys can see. There they are. See, all they do is wrestle all day long. That's all they do is wrestle around like that. So, all right, I'm gonna throw them back outside before they get in trouble. Hang on. Go on. Go on. Okay, I had to throw them outside. They get in too much trouble in the house. Let's see. Have you ever thought about getting a Freightliner Classic L? I do like them. I like the big sleepers on the Freightliners. All right, here's a question. Dan, if you could get a Conestoga at a good price, would it work out better? The only problem with the Conestoga is on some loads, you can't haul some loads. It will limit what you can haul with the Conestoga. So, and I almost got one about 8-9 months ago. I almost bought a used Conestoga, and I kind of talked myself out of it. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it narrows what you can haul down. Let's see. Since the hurricanes, have the rates been much better? That's a good question, Banjo. The rates. I don't go to Texas too much because everybody's taking stuff down to Texas, but there's not too many stuff coming out of Texas. So I went through Texas. Florida's not too bad. I've been down to Florida twice since the hurricanes and come out of there. Now the last time I was down there, I had a little bounce out of there, but I always go to Florida with the intention of deadheading out. So if I get a load out of Florida, that's a bonus. So when I go to Florida, I'm always making sure I'm making enough money knowing that I'm going to deadhead out of Florida. And I usually will not go south of Tampa. So I kind of draw a line there at Tampa. I don't go much further south of Tampa when I do go down into Florida. Here's a question. Do you prefer a sliding fifth wheel or fixed fifth wheel? I've always had fixed because I never really moved my fifth wheel on flatbed. Let's see. West Side. Hi, Dan. How are you? Why don't you buy wide single tires? Tell me the difference between one tire and a wide single tire. I'll tell you this. When you blow one single tire, you're dead in the water. You're on the side of the road. You're not moving. If you blow one tire of a dual, you can limp to the next exit or get yourself off the interstate. That's one huge disadvantage of a single tire, is if one blows, you're dead in the water. So I would never have single tires. Let's see. I think dry van and reefers do the best in the cities. Do you have to pay trailer rental fee, or do you get a percentage from your loads on my trailer? I own my trailer. And the way my company works is if you sign on, they have if you have your own trailer, that's fine. They have trailers, you lease from them. It's like a lease purchase deal in their trailers. But I don't know all the details on that stuff. So, I mean, if you have questions about that, I would recommend a call. Wishing you 99,999 subscribers. Thank you. Shout out from Skokie, Illinois. Illinois. Oh, that makes people mad. I might work for Montgomery or Southeast Flatbed, one of them in Birmingham, Alabama, and the other one is Tuscaloosa. Um, yes, I've heard of them. I don't know anything about them. I've heard of them. Let's see. Uh, you're now 10,000. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I put the 999. I put the 9,999 on there just because it looks better than 10,000. uh, would you ever get a drop deck? I don't know. To me, a drop deck or a standard flatbed, a regular flatbed is kind of the workhorse. Drop deck work is more if you want to run coast to coast and oversized loads. I think a drop deck's best for that. But you know, I enjoy doing short loads, short work, and a standard flatbed seems to work best for that. Said, does Mercer require you to have a certain amount of experience to owner operator? Um, I don't know exactly what I don't have to have owner operator experience. I do know you have to have driving experience, but I don't know what the exact criteria is for that. Margie, shout out to me, please. Okay, here's your shout out, Margie. Margie Jones. um, have you ever thought about pulling reefers? Yes and no. I'm not gonna pull a reefer. I got a lot of respect for them guys that haul the reefers, but that's not for me. That's not for me. Let's see. Had a better air horn. All right. I'm gonna tell. Valerie said your Peterbilt 379 had a better air horn. I'm gonna tell you the story on the air horn on the little 386, the new motor, the new truck out there. All right, pay attention. I bought the truck and I was on my way. Remember, I picked the truck up and I had to drive to Mercer to Louisville to get the truck inspected. Well, I thought I'd stop and I said, well, let me check things out, make sure everything works before I go with the Mercer inspection. I pulled on the little handle in the cab and there was no air horn. You could hear the air going tss, 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 every time I pulled on it, but there's no horn. And I was mad. I was pissed. I was like, are you kidding me? There's no horn on this truck? How the hell did they sell me a truck with no air horn? So I called Peterbilt to find out how much the horn was. And before that, I crawled all under the truck looking for the horn, and I could not find the horn anywhere. Now, remember, the old Pete, the horns were mounted on the top. Most newer trucks, the horn's mounted underneath. So I called Peterbilt. I called the shop, and I said, hey, how much does a horn cost for the truck? And second, can you tell me where the horn's at? Well, he said, what's the VIN number? So I gave him the VIN number. He punched it in, and about 5 minutes went by, and I hear him go, huh, imagine that. Believe it or not, that truck was manufactured from the factory without an air horn. Now, all the plumbing for the air horn is there, but it came from the factory without an air horn. So when I went to go get my inspection at Mercer, I had to get documentation from Peterbilt saying the truck was manufactured without an air horn. And Mercer passed my inspection because I had the documentation. But they also said it is probably in your best interest to put an air horn on because you're going to run into somebody out there on the road that's going to give you an inspection and they are not going to believe that this truck was made without an air horn. So bottom line, that little beep beep horn or the little air horn, I bought off Amazon for like $25, and it's just a one little trumpet. So one day I will put train horns on there. But anyway, that's the story on the air horns. I know it's crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Da, da, da. I'm going through here, so I hope I didn't bore you too much with my air horn story. I'm going through here. Let me go back. Uh, oh, here's the. Would Mercer send you to California old truck? No, they would not. They would not. They would not dispatch you on a load to California or out of California with the old truck. Love your channel. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that. Uh, I get this question a lot. Here's a question: Dan, own authority, is it better than working for Mercer? Everybody has to find their little niche. To me, own authority is too much work, headache, paperwork dealing with it. I like working for a good company that pays fair, and I don't want to have to deal with road taxes. How many miles did I drive in each state, and all this other stuff? Uh, Dealing with own authority, dealing with brokers. Did I get paid? Am I going to get paid? Stuff like that. So, and that's just my opinion. Um, would you buy a truck that has engine leaks? It depends on where the engine leaks are at and how hard it is fixed. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me go through here. I'm getting some more messages here. Uh, have you thought about leasing the Landstar? Uh, no, not really. Uh, I I I knew uh, Mercer. I knew about Mercer a long time before I ever signed on with them, and I did household goods before I came over to Mercer. And I always knew if I got done with household goods, I was going to Mercer. So I've known a Mercer for a long time. I thought about Landstar, but I just knew Mercer was good. That's where I ended up. Let's see. You and the flatbed chick are my favorite. Yeah, the flatbed chick Cindy. I haven't heard from her much. I hope she's doing good. Her father passed away not too long ago, so I hope she's doing good. Which is better, a company driver, owner operator? Can you both go on the road traveling? Company driver, that's one of those questions. Do you want to be a company driver, owner operator? It depends on what you want. Some guys don't want to deal with the headaches of being an owner operator. Uh, or find a good company to work for and get some benefits from the company. Uh, yes, I get asked this a lot. At Mercer, can you pick your own freight? Yes, you can 100% pick your own freight. It's not in your best interest, but you can 100% pick your own freight. That's life. That Yes, I did. I did see that from Cindy. Cindy, yeah, I read that. That's life. Is a newer trailer in your future? I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna get through this next year first, and make sure everything's going good with this new truck before I think about getting another trailer. Do I ever get up to Maine or New England? Not very often. That is one of the places. New England is one of the places I kind of don't go to, and my coordinator knows that, and she gives me a hard time about it too. Um, would you ever like to haul oversized loads? I used to haul oversized loads. I have hauled oversized loads. Um, Generally, they pay better. One of the problems with oversized loads, especially this time of year, is oversized loads can only move during daylight hours. Most oversized loads can only move in daylight hours. And with the days a lot shorter, that means that's less time you have to travel. Oversized loads can also be a headache with permits, escorts. Now, my company, they handle all that. You don't have to go find permits, you don't have to go find escorts, but just getting all of that lined up to get to done is is to is kind of a pain in the butt. So I started to stay away from oversized, and a lot of my stuff is like said. I do short stuff. There's not too much oversized short stuff. Um, let's see. I came up with a chart to see the bottom. I'm reading a comment here. Let's see. Does Teresa still drive a truck? Teresa hasn't driven in a while. She still has her CDL and she still has her medical card. It's still current. How did you get your CDL? Excuse me. Um, I was fortunate enough that I worked for a little mom and pop company that uh, the owner taught me how to drive, and that's how I ended up getting uh, my CDL. Let's see. I'm reading here. Hey Dan, doing. I was at the petrol truck stop in Joplin 2 weeks before you were. I think I'm going to be passing through the Petro again, the Joplin there. Uh, Everyone subscribe to his channel. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, here, Valerie. Me and Teresa were just talking about it. We drove to Tucson today. Why flatbedders hate hauling hay? The square bales are no problem. It's those big stupid round bales that are pain in the butt. And that I've never hauled a round bales. The square bales I don't have no problem with. They're easy. They're like big bricks. Let's see. Let's see. I'm reading here. Oh, Escape 1608 says we're at 10,003 subscribers. All right. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Uh, and now he changed the states. Let's see. Uh, where can I buy a good set of tire chains? I don't know. I've had my tire chains probably. Somebody asked where can I buy a good set of tire chains. I would say you're probably the cheapest bet is where you need them. Back up Oregon, Colorado, back up in that area, probably get the cheapest deal on them. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to read through some more comments. Let me back up a little bit. Let's see. We've been on about 45 minutes, so we're getting close to the end. Let's see. JK, really enjoy your videos, Dan. You inspire me to get into trucking. I'm retired, fairly young, 58, and have been doing a lot of research. There is just a lot of info. There is, and JK, it goes back to my video I put up a couple days ago. Um, and somebody said, well, why do you say the first year or 2 years are the rough? The first year is rough. You're a newbie. The stress out here of dealing with everything, and then getting used to being on the road. Little things like the bathrooms, the restrooms in truck stops, stuff like that. Some of that stuff can be hard to deal with for new people. Showers, taking the showers, eating properly, stuff like that. And then somebody made the comment too that it's more of a lifestyle, and it is, and that's why I always say the first year or so is kind of the roughest. And if you can make it over the first year or two, and figure out, hey, this is what I want to do, uh, it can work out for you. Let's see. Let me go back here. Springtime is the best time to buy tire chains. Lots of drivers get. Yeah, that's true. Uh, JDS, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Maine, ooh, it's cold up there. Uh, let's see. Somebody asked, what is one of the loads that you like when you first driving flatbed until now? Well, I'll tell you what. My very first load on a flatbed were roofing shingles. Excuse me. And when I loaded roofing shingles, it took me like 2 hours to strap them down the first time. And and now every time I haul roofing shingles, it takes me about 15 minutes to strap them down now. I think about that as my very first load of roofing shingles. Uh, does Mercer ever haul aircraft engines? Yes. I picked up two aircraft engines, and the guy told me they were about $2 million a piece. I had about $4 million on the trailer, and the rate out of I picked them up out of Boston. I think I took them down to Ohio. It was for GE, and the rate on them was not that great, and I could not imagine why the rate on the engines weren't that good. And the guy told me the reason was is that the company that I hauled them for were self-insured. So if I would have crashed with the jet engines, that the company that owned the jet engines would have took responsibility for them. So Mercer wouldn't have had to took the responsibility, and that was one of the reasons. That was the way I understood it. I don't know if it was or not. I've hauled a lot of little jet engines, the little ones for the military. I've done that before too. Howdy, y'all. How you doing? Let's see. Could you live anywhere if you're a truck driver? Could you live anywhere if you're a truck driver? Yes, I would say so. Uh, Miss Warner, I live in Arizona. Uh, Timothy says, "Congrats on the 10,000 subs. Really enjoy the content you put out. I have put my plans in motion to be in a truck within the year. Good, good." Oh, there's Teresa. Let's see, 10,000. Oops. Oh, here the dude asked, "What did your first tarp job look like?" A mess. And I actually tarped it backwards. My very first tarp job was of they were what were they? Uh, Metal building doors, the roll up doors, big roll up doors, and it when you tarp a trailer, you start from the back and you work forward so that the tarps overlay this way. And I did them backwards. I started at the front and ended up at the back, so my tarps ended up this way. And what happens is the wind gets under the tarp, lifts it up. So I ended up having to take it all art, do it all over again. Let's see. Uh, let's see. I'm in the process of watching all my videos. I'm reading some more comments. Hang on, bear with me. Bear with me. Da-da. And we're, you know what? I'm about ready to end this. I only wanted to be on it 30 minutes. But you guys are leaving a lot of good comments, so a lot of interaction. So I like that. Uh, oh, hang on a second. I'm reading a comment. Somebody said Dan had a Mercer driver today in Kansas did a full rollover hauling those plastic pipes. Trailer got off the shoulder. He corrected it and went down from there. Oh man, I didn't hear about that. I haven't talked to anybody at Mercer, so I don't know about that. Hope he's all right. Let's see here. Both driver and dog are fine. Okay, good, good. I'll ask somebody tomorrow about that. Let's see. How, how far am I? How far are you from becoming a millionaire? A long, long way. uh, let's see. I'm reading some more here. Uh, does the genset keep your big motor warm? John asked that question. Does my little generator keep my big motor warm? Yes, it does. The cooling from my little generator is it's plumbed into the cooling system of the truck. So the when it's running, it circulates the coolant through the motor, and it'll start to truck up when it's dead cold outside. So, all right, we're down to the last 5 minutes. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask, and then we'll call it a night. Today was shopping with Teresa Day. Tomorrow is working on the truck day. So I got a lot of stuff I got to get done, and then we're gonna be leaving on Friday. Let's see. Oh no, I haven't done anything yet with the satellite on the back of the truck. That's one. That's on my list. Ta-da. Have you heard of Ritter? My dad is a trucker in hand. No, I haven't heard of that. See how much land? We have 7 acres here, but we have 7 acres, but we border BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management. So all the property on the back of us it's like state land. It's federal land. We go horseback riding and stuff. Is Teresa going with us on the next trip? No, she's gonna stay home. She's gonna stay home. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. I appreciate watching and everything, and thank you for your support. All right, one last question: do Lowe's pay more during the holidays? No, they don't pay more during the holidays. Sometimes there are more of them because everybody else is at home. Let's see. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I have some good footage of when I was in Phoenix. I just got to edit it, put it all together. So hopefully I'll get that done. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, please leave this up. So you can, well, I'll leave it up. I'll leave it up. Um, let's see here. Peace and luck. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. All right, I think that's it. When will you be back on the road? We're leaving Friday. Friday, we're going to go back on the road, heading to New York. So, all right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.